How long have I been playing fantasy football? I think I'm now in my 11th season.
5th year.
4 years, I think.
3 or 4 years.
6 or 5 years.
What does fantasy football mean to me?
I really love fantasy football.
Fantasy football is very important in my life.
Before fantasy came around, I used to, on Sundays, just watch one game, the team that I liked. And I love to watch the Redskins, and I used to watch them every Sunday. But now that it's just fantasy, I'll watch any team. I mean, I'll watch teams out there, even in California, up in the north. It doesn't matter. I'll watch any team.
I mean, besides the money in the pot, winning is like the best thing in the world.
Fantasy football has brought a lot of meaning to my life. In my life. It gives me a chance to really succeed in football.
I mean, just the pride and being able to rag on your friends, it's amazing.
I bet I spend maybe 10, 12, 20 hours a weekend watching football.
I usually are online every day for about an hour or so, just looking at the stats, studying them,
I probably spend 2 to 4, maybe 5 hours a week on my fantasy lineup.
I spend about 3 or 4 hours on my lineup every week, if not more.
I honestly don't spend a lot of time each week on my fantasy lineup. I kind of just go by instinct. I mean, I do got 6 leagues, so it takes a little bit of time, but I'm not a big research guy. I just kind of go by feel. I kind of look at a player, and if I feel like he's going to do good that week, I'll put him in.
Sometimes I go online to study statistics just to find out who the injured players are and what the matchups are for a given week. If a tight end is going against a defense that is not going to let him score, then I pick someone else. I like to study statistics for fantasy football, like see how my running back has done versus the defense that he's playing, see what kind of matchup my quarterback has, just making sure that I want to have my starters getting the most points and not have any high point scorers on the bench.
Every week I go online and study statistics to know who I should play and who not to play, to see who's better and who's worse.
Every week I study to prepare my fantasy football team so I can get the maximum amount of points.
I'm not a big statistic guy. I basically just go after one statistic, and that is how many times has that player won a ball game for his team.
I've never played on a full pad football team. I did play flag football once.
When I was 10 years old, I played on the Video League team, and I was real skinny, but for some reason they put me at offensive tackle. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't get a lot of playing time anyway, but when I did go in, I got knocked down a lot, but I was a good player.
I was on a real team once, and we scored a touchdown one time the entire season.
That's what I like about fantasy football. It gives me a chance to really succeed in football. Being on fantasy as an owner makes me really feel like I've got power that I never had on the real football field.
Wow. I can honestly say that I love fantasy football. Fantasy football is about the most important thing to me behind, God, my family. Probably deer hunting, and then fantasy football got to come next. Probably just before bass fishing, because I just can't wait for Sundays to come around.